Hello again, I'm Netherlandish Von Dutch, and my hair's finally growing back out. I haven't had hair this long in 2 years. Um, I just wanted to make a quick video, but looking back on everything that I want to say, I doubt this will really be all that quick. A lot of things have been happening recently that kind of takes my attention away from doing videos. Like employment, what I'm going to be doing for college, personal stuff. So I just really haven't had the time to sit down and make videos like I used to. Also, there's another big reason for why I haven't been making videos, which I'll get to here in a moment. But one thing that'll kind of keep this page a lot more active than it has been is I was thinking of doing LPs again. Because Let's Plays is essentially the reason why I started this channel in the first place. And I have a metric butt ton of games that I would love to talk about and play. And quite possibly finish Ocarina of Time because, yeah, that one's on hiatus for quite a while. The reason why I stopped doing Let's Plays was because the software that I was using wasn't up to par with anything that anyone else uses. Like, the audio was horrible, there would be desyncs, and so I'd really just like to get my bearings down and essentially learn how to record from the TV, because that would just make things a lot easier, and then I can just record my commentary with Audacity or something and then just splice the two together. So once I figure that out, then hopefully I'll get to be doing that again. And speaking of videos that I should be doing once more is the Retro Hunters Florida division. A lot of people, and by a lot I mean like 5, because let's face it, I get a comment once every 6 months. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking when I was gonna be doing the Retro Hunters again. And honestly, I really don't know, because the Retro Hunters Florida division was really just a tip of the hat. It was a tribute to the actual Retro Hunters. But as people who watch that show are well aware, the Retro Hunters disbanded some time ago. So I wouldn't really know if it would be in good taste to continue the show when the actual Retro Hunters have stopped already. Because I don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes or anything. I made that video for them, and I don't want it to seem like I'm just treading over ground that they've already done. However, if I were to continue doing the Retro Hunters, chances are I would be the cameraman. I wouldn't be one of the hunters. Unless I pull a Dodongo and just start buying shit, even though I'm supposed to be the cameraman. That is a Game Chasers reference, so I just crossed those two together. You can see my mind just everywhere today. But I do have an idea for a possible replacement if I do end up being the cameraman. So if you would like me to continue doing the Retro Hunters Florida division, just tell me your thoughts. Would it be fine if I continue doing that show, like, even though the actual Retro Hunters are gone? Or should I just contact Rob and Josh themselves and ask for their take on the subject? And with that out of the way, me and Zach, the guys who did the Retro Hunters and a couple other videos on my channel, well, I think actually just one, that AV cable thingamabobber, we've just been kind of doing our own thing since then, because that was filmed like October of a couple of years, or maybe last year, sometime. When you don't go to school, time just means nothing. When we did that video, we didn't have jobs, we just had some spare money on us. And like since then, we both have had jobs, and we both have lost aforementioned jobs. Well, I didn't lose mine, I quit. Like Doug Walker style, just flipping tables, fuck this shit. And so we're just trying to get our bearings straight, try and actually be adults in this world. But once we both get our footing, then who knows, maybe our HFD will come back. It all depends on what you guys want. And one of the big things I've been doing since that video, as anybody who follows me on Twitter or Tumblr would know, is that I am a novelist. I have mentioned this a couple times in other videos. Can you hear that squeaking? I hope not. As I mentioned on videos before, I am a novelist, which is a writer who makes novels. It's kind of exactly what it says on the tin. And I wasn't joking when I said this. It has my name at the bottom. Well, at least the closest thing you guys are ever going to get to my actual name. I have done a good job at hiding my actual name from the internet. Not even people who know me in real life know my actual name, so this is the closest you guys are going to get. My novel is Unplanned, Academy of Arcane Arts. And if you just got a Harry Potter vibe from listening to the title, Academy of Arcane Arts, keep that in mind, because when you read this, you'll realize it's nothing like Harry Potter. Nothing. Like, you may get that little feeling right at the beginning, but then just third chapter in, boom, nothing like Harry Potter. Sorry. That's just a critique that I've gotten for the past while, and it bugs me. Because I don't even like Harry Potter. Really? Just... what is Unplanned about?
Seth enrolls in the Academy of Arcane Arts to become a better spell sword, where his lack of magical knowledge and prowess caused him grief when his hands were slaughtered at the hands of the Thaw Line. Seth is an elf, a subject of elves with a bad reputation, lonely for his kingdom of Midgard. He must fight the nastier instincts of his people. As soon as Seth makes it into the academy, he is greeted by Professor Aeon, a human boy from Thorondor named Malachite Naples, a compulsive goofball of a man, and Maggie Ghoul, a timid and quiet girl. Seth plans to take some time off from the world around him this year and learn a few new spells, but finds himself tangled in plots and intrigue by Chernobog, the tyrannical ruler of Tomadco, who is trying to take the sigil stone of Reditulsker from him and destroy the Academy of Arcane Arts, along with the watchtower that floats above it. With time running out, Seth must find a way to save himself and everyone else around him. For Chernobog has awakened an ancient evil known as the Warden of Worms to destroy the Academy. The Warden of Worms is an ancient lich who hates all things arcane, since the art of necromancer has been forbidden in the lands for countless centuries. The plot of Unplanned Academy of Arcane Arts takes place on the year 109 of the Third Era, and follows four primary viewpoint characters. It follows Seth Ross Ritter and his adventure around the Academy. It follows his elder brother, Wesley Ross Ritter, who's trying to escape justice after being recently labeled an outlaw. It follows Professor Aeon and his hidden past during the events of what happened over 100 years ago in the Second Era. And lastly, it follows Chernobog Seda, the king of Tomadco, as he tries to rule his country with an iron fist while still trying to be likable by his people, even though rebellions sprout up among the lesser cities that push him to unease.
Yeah, that's Unplanned in a nutshell. You may seem that it's kind of a small book. It's like 220 pages. It's not that big, which I kind of like, because for the sake of perspective, here's one of the more recent printings of A Song of Ice and Fire. Like, look at how thick that is. It literally took me a couple months to just sit down and read this dang book. I mean, I love Game of Thrones, and I love A Song of Ice and Fire, but damn, these books are long. You could bludgeon someone to death with these. And so, I like to keep my books kind of quick and to the point. You know, you get the entire story right here. I've actually sat down and read this in a single day. I just feel like long doorstopper books, like, yes, a vast majority of them are good, Wheel of Time excluded, but it's so much compacted into so little. It's so much that you have to kind of keep reading and keep reading. And yes, that's a great way to get hooked on big books, but this is something that's not nearly as like big of a bite to chew off. You are able to purchase Unelven Academy of Arcane Arts on Amazon.com, where you can also get the Kindle ebook. You can also purchase it from Barnes & Noble, where you can also get the Nook ebook. If it depends on your taste. I personally prefer physical copies, but you know, when I'm out and about and I need something quick to read, I have the Kindle app on my phone, so it all depends on what your taste is. And Unelven has actually been out since November, December of last year. I'm not very good about talking about my work because, quite frankly, I'm my own worst critic. And so it's hard for me to talk about my own. I'm no Billy Mays. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm no Billy Mays. I can't, like, sell. I don't know where else going with that. So yes, if you end up picking up Unelven Academy of Arcane Arts, tell me what your thoughts are about it. I just love listening to what people have to say. I've heard good things, I've heard a lot of bad things, but I like having an equal mix of both. Because, quite frankly, nothing's ever going to be 100% perfect. However, I would love to try and at least get to 90% perfect. I know that's kind of shooting a bit too high, but if you're not going to go big, then why go at all? Even though I don't make a lot of videos on YouTube, there's other ways you can contact me. I have a Tumblr, which I'll put a link in the description, where I mostly talk about my writing, fluff material for my books. Most of the time video games, because face I'm an avid gamer. And just a whole bunch of nonsense. I also have a Twitter, which if you do that, I'll put a link in the description, which I usually post when I remember I have a Twitter. I would like to make a fan page or a like page on Facebook about my work, but that just seems way too much. That seems to be like way too difficult to administrate, because I already have my personal Facebook account and I never put any of my work on there, save for a select few, because it's Facebook. Don't know where I was going with that. This is another reason why I don't make videos all that often. I am ungodly camera shy and I can't speak to people. Yes, I'm camera shy even though I'm the one controlling the bloody camera. The other thing. I will be going to SGC this year. the Screwtack Gaming Convention. And so if you are a G1, which more often than not, chances are you are if you watch this, you'll see me there. And shenanigans will be had. I don't know what kind of shenanigans, because I haven't gone to SGC before, but I'm going there now. I'll put the link to more information on SGC down below. What else do I have to say? In case you can't tell, I just recently woke up and already had my coffee, so I'm still kind of like coffee buzzed right now, and I'm on that like level of I'm kind of tired because I just woke up, but at the same time I'm kind of hyper because I just had my coffee, so I'm kind of, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to represent, but you should know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not Italian. I can't talk with my hands. And there goes all of my Italian subscribers. Ugh. Well, I guess that's it for this video. Hopefully it isn't nearly as long as I had expected. And just check out the links in the description. If you're interested in what I said about this book, pick it up if you can. Tell me your thoughts about it. And I'll see you again next time. And hopefully I'll be making videos at a much more frequent pace than once every 2 months. So, until next time, cheerio. Also, you know you're low budget when instead of a tripod you're using a stack of DS games.